Success is a skill, success is an equation, and that equation can be solved with kindergarten math. Let's explain it. It takes 100 hours to become better at a skill than 95% of the global population. So we're talking 1 out of 20. You line them up at the mall, one of those people, if he's invested 100 hours into a specific skill, he's going to be better than 19 others in that lineup. You know, millionaires, there's approximately 1% of all people around the world that are millionaires. 1%. That's 1 out of every 100 people. So if we could say that 10,000 hours is when you become elite level in the world at success, at a specific business model, or at financial freedom, if you will. That means that you're better than 99% of the global population in that specific thing. I want to direct your thought process to the middle ground, the 1,000 hours or 2,000 hours, depending upon who you are, your ability to learn, and your consistency. If you invest 1,000 hours into sales, you will become financially free from ever needing a job ever again. If you want to do something else than sales, there is a possibility that you have to add some hours to it, because the sales and marketing is necessary no matter how good you are at something. The math, you gotta understand the math of success. It's an equation. Why aren't you doing it? It's because you do not have an attitude independent of circumstance. You're not spending your time developing the skill that will give you the financial freedom because you are emotional. You've got issues. You've got this happening in your life, you got that happening in your life, and you are struggling to prioritize the things that are most important. And the reason why you're struggling with the prioritization is because you don't feel like doing the work at any given time. Your attitude is based on your emotional levels. Success is straightforward, but your emotions is taking you all over the map. The way to get over that is to understand the concept of attitude independent of circumstance. Because if you work independent of circumstance and you do the 80-hour work week no matter freaking what, then you will have success. You will have what you seek. It's impossible for you to invest those types of hours into success and financial freedom and not get the outcome on the other side. Let me introduce you to the concept of caring versus not caring. You have to care about something in order for you to get your financial freedom, to invest those 1,000 hours. What should you be caring about? Well, one, you have to care about your future. People who don't care about the future, they're not going to invest into their future. Doing the 80-hour work week is an investment into your future. If you care about people, there's an increased probability that you will invest those hours. If you don't care about your future, that means that you're only caring about your current now, how you feel. That's a problem. If you don't care about people, you are, but you're only caring about the people that are right here, right now. But do you really care about them if you're not caring about their future? So there is an element of caring that is needed. But then it's also important that you do not care about some things. You want to make sure that you don't care about the specific circumstance that you're finding yourself in. You don't care that it's not a perfect timing to get started. You don't care that you don't have resources, that you don't have money, that you don't have what you need, the tools in order for you to succeed. You don't care about that. Good. Because now we can progress when you don't care about stuff that shouldn't be cared about, but you do care about stuff that needs to be cared about. You should also not care about other people's opinion. You should care about people, but you shouldn't care about their opinion if those opinions are taking you away from that equation of 1,000 hours in business. If you develop the ability to not care when it's important to not care, you will do what you need to do despite how you feel in that specific moment. That means that you're going to invest that specific hour into building your business. You didn't feel like it, but you know what? You did not care because you cared about how you're going to feel after you've done the correct thing, after you've succeeded with those 1,000 hours. So it's a priority thing. You're not prioritizing future success. If you have the ability to not care, then it doesn't matter what the circumstance is. You're going to put in that hour. Just like you're lifting weights at the gym. In the beginning, you are weak. That's what you need the hours for, to become stronger. If you are weak, you can't lift much, which means that any circumstance derails you. Any circumstance makes it difficult for you to put in the hour. And so, you get stronger. Taking 100 sales calls as a business owner, which is necessary if you're in sales, it's difficult. It's not easy to do that. So it's a burden. It's a circumstance that might be derailing you in the beginning of your business journey, and you don't want to do that. So should you be doing that immediately as a business owner? Maybe you should be having 3 low-paid jobs. That doesn't require a lot of effort and brain power in the beginning, so that you can strengthen your ability to do the 80-hour work week while doing things that are easy to do. Over time, you can develop some strength by increasing the capacity, increasing the burden, one small step at a time, so that you can get stronger. If this is true, there's no such thing as an attitude independent of circumstance. It's an oxymoron. At some point, the world's strongest man is not going to be able to lift any more weight because of gravity. It doesn't matter who that person is. At some point, it is too heavy. Oh, he's going to have an attitude independent of circumstance and do it anyway? In the same way, the 80-hour work week and the stress that you're putting on your body and your mentality and the complexity of the thing that you're solving, it might come to a point where that circumstance is too heavy to bear. But you, having done a lot of harder things in the past, potentially, will most probably fail, but you can progress towards it. You get stronger and stronger every day, and you'll be surprised how strong you become mentally over time because of past experience. You've done the reps. You've developed your skill. It's insane how strong mentally you can become long-term if you stick with something. The problem is when people quit. The problem comes when you have lost the reason for why you're doing it. Why would you put on more weight if there's no reason for you to get stronger? There's a reward to all pain and all suffering. There's a positive side of every single negative thing that happens to you. In the same way, there is rewards based on the heavier you lift. There might be a little tiny itty bitty reward, not much to get, but you still get rewarded for it. It's the exact same thing in business. If you do hard things, if you're willing to go through suffering and difficult circumstances, then as a result, you will get mentally stronger, which will allow you to tackle more difficult things in the future. Who do you think is going to lead a company that has 100 employees, 1,000 employees, 10,000 employees? It's probably going to be the person that is the most mentally strong in the company. That's why he's the founder. That's why he gets paid more. Because he's leading the whole thing. He's taking on the risk. He's taking on the effort. He's taking on everything. And then very often people think that it's on the backs of the workers that he gained his financial freedom and success. Bro, he literally built the system. He started from scratch. If the founder hadn't built anything, there would be nothing there. And the employees would not have their jobs. So simply put, success comes to those that have seen success before. And success is simply going from failure to failure without losing your enthusiasm. Just like Winston Churchill said. He was right. Success is a bunch of freaking failures. Do you know that? You want to succeed? Then you have to go through all of the failures that all those 1%ers have gone through. Because you're kind of competing against them, actually. There's a lot of undeserving millionaires right now, though. So if you are part of the 1%ers who are good, who have seen failure, and who's willing to get into more failure because you know that people deserve to have you lead the pack. You should be at the top there governing and deciding the rules and the laws of countries. Because at the end of the day, we know that the golden rule applies, right? Those who have the gold make the rules. So if you have the gold, you get to make the rules. If you're not better than the 1%ers that are already established right there, you do not deserve a spot amongst the 1%ers. So developing an attitude independent of circumstance better than the 99%ers is completely and utterly necessary because the success journey is just one of massive amounts of failures. And usually when people are met with circumstances that are too hard for them, they fail and then they quit. Instead of pushing past that pain, pushing past the suffering and getting some result. You don't need a lot of result. You just need 1,000 people to give you $1,000 a year. That's it. You're a millionaire. And we're talking profits here, right? The only thing you really have to learn is how to fail forward continuously without quitting. Understanding specifically what it is that you want, and then continuously committing to getting better and improving your belief that you're actually going to achieve the thing that you said you're going to achieve. And you keep making a better plan and putting in the work, and then making a better plan and putting in the work continuously until you arrive. Eventually, you'll be part of the 1%ers because some people, as we said before, do not deserve to be millionaires in today's age. Thank you so much for watching. You are absolutely awesome. Have that attitude independent of circumstance and become stronger, and you'll make it. I'll see you guys in the next one.